How's it going, everybody? It's my Legend here. I am back. And as you can already tell, this is going to be another discussion video. Let's get on to it. Okay, so basically, if you don't know, my newest video is uploaded onto the channel, which I will admit, I'm super sorry for the context that is being had in the background. I really do apologize. There's nothing I could really do about it. Everyone was kind of having a really bad time with the Anthem demo, because again, it was EA being EA. It started off really rough, but it got better towards the end, kind of. But so, you know, it ended up being really, really good, but it started off really bad. And so I did what as I promised. I got the first video footage out of Anthem on YouTube. I got that confirmed and checked every other channel. I searched all the time for the entire thing. I have the first video out. Now, I will not claim that I got the first content out because I did not live stream it. There are a lot of people live streaming it way before I started recording, but I did have the first video uploaded to YouTube. So I kept my promise to everybody. I did get my Anthem out before everyone else, and it worked. And so I'm hoping you guys did see that. Again, I would like to apologize for the discussion that was being had in the background in the middle of the video. I know it's not appropriate, but everyone was having a really bad day with Anthem, and it kind of affected everyone's mood. So keep and bear witness that it's mainly just there for the gameplay, and please do not take anything out of context that was said and or hearsay in the background of the video. Thank you. Let's continue forward. So, on the discussion topic of Anthem that we have for today, there is going to be new content coming out for Anthem. By that, I mean, I did not realize this. EA just released a post on Twitter, and if I can confirm with Omega about this, this was like yesterday was found out about this. The post about that there was going to be a second demo.
There was going to be, last weekend was the VIP demo, which is accessible to people who A, had Origin access, B, who pre-ordered, and C, for those who even though they didn't pre-order, got a friend code from someone who did pre-order.
Yep. Keeping that in mind, one of our actually buddies here, sorry to cut you off, one of the buddies here I actually want to introduce you to, which you know him from my Naruto games. He's actually going to be joining us in the discussion here. Give it up for Asriel Gaming. He is going to be joining us for Anthem. So he is actually one of the people we gave our friend codes to. We actually had over 8 people that we had out of our friends who actually got into the VIP demo and or tested it, and all of them, again, at start, really bad reviews. After it got, you know, patched over the next, like, few days into the testing, everyone enjoyed it.
First couple hours?
No, it was the first day, dude. First day of launch was real bad. Like, there was still buggy, there were still cutouts, like, even halfway.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, it was technically day 2 that it was at least polished enough that it still had the infinite loading bug throughout the entire, like, thing, but we'll get into that in a little bit here, guys. But so, reason why I'm bringing this all up is that I wanted you guys to all be informed that we are going to be going for the live testing that is going to be happening this weekend, which, again, I am very excited about to do more discussions on it, and I do hope that I promise you guys that the context will stay to Anthem. It will be better. I really do apologize for the things that happened in the middle of the video. I was really desperate to just getting the video out, so I couldn't really edit out what was said. It was just, you know, blunder and slander, and I do apologize. But moving forward from that, I still kept my promise. The gameplay got out. You guys got to see what live Anthem looks like at first glance. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. So look forward to the next testing going to be coming out. And I'm probably going to make a, while I have access to it, I'm probably going to make several series of it. So if you guys want to see the actual gameplay being had, it will be enjoyed and for everyone else to see. So I do hope everyone enjoys as much as me. And I hope you guys feel informed and that things are going to go well. So that's on the topic of what's already happened and what's going to happen. Let's talk about actually Anthem in general and experience how we had the demo. So I'm going to spin it over to Omega for him to talk about his class, the Colossus, and how much of a tank he was.
What? So, gonna be real with y'all, it's not as tanky as you would think it is. That thing, at least from what we got to use, of what I got to use in the VIP demo. That thing, as for as much as health as that thing had, that thing is a glass cannon, so to speak. Like, honestly, that thing benefits severely I wouldn't say severely, but also greatly from, mods and components that increase its health pool.
But at base, it's very squishy.
Now, don't get me wrong, it's a fun class, and I will be maining that class and learning it from day one.
But you are saying that the base class is basically a glass cannon, correct?
Base class is a glass cannon. The more time you put into it, and you keep buffing its armor and its shields, and you kind of play around with whatever loadouts you want, I can see it having some potential. Its ability, it has some strong abilities from what I got to play with, and it's gonna take some getting used to play that class right. But I have high hopes for that class. I am hoping that it will become like what its main role will actually be is ending up probably gonna be like a heavy support. Instead of it being like the guy you send in head first, it's gonna be the guy that sticks with the crew, because this game is gonna be all about teamwork. Hence why it has the drop-in, drop-out co-op feature. Coordinating with your team, with your squad,
is going to be essential.
And moving off of my class, I got to play a little bit of the storm of the mage class, which was the storm.
Yeah.
It's fun. The best ability loader I would run with it would be the lightning. Would be the lightning and the ice shards. Because running that loadout is a guaranteed way to get combos on a consistent basis.
Correct. Let's let Az discuss about his interceptor that he got to test out, because he is basically the one who mained the ninja other than me for a little bit, and he's played it with a lot of it.
Okay, so the only problem I really had was at first when I first got it, I didn't exactly know how to play it correctly, but then I got an augment for it where instead of throwing shurikens like its base, it is a teleport to an enemy, and my other one allowed me to basically kick them and do a very large amount of damage. I like that a lot better, but with those two abilities equipped, you have to have certain weapons. You can't really have rifles, anything really long range, because you're always teleporting to an enemy, doing damage, and you're right up there, so it's better to have a shotgun, heavy pistol, machine pistol, a rifle, a close-ranged rifle.
Like an assault rifle, like a mid to close range rifle? Okay.
Precisely.
Okay. So, I will get into the discussion of my class for being the ranger. To understand the rangers, to understand the most basic of basic classes, but with a twist. It doesn't seem that it's only just based around its base damage and that it has access to all standard types of abilities. You really can play the ranger however you want. Close, mid, far. I personally did it as an average basis class, meaning I covered all grounds. Middle to middle, long to long, close to close. So, the original types of attacks that it starts off with is, it starts you off with an anti-tank missile, followed by a mini grenade that would go off that you could blow up, kind of like a Molotov. I ended up changing my class to have a frost grenade with venom darts. So basically, the venom darts would cause armor to be melted and shredded through, so we could get straight into the health and actually start dishing some damage to the enemies. Whereas the frost grenade would be able for us to freeze an entire area, and someone could fire electricity onto the frozen targets to cause a combo damage attack, which is really, really useful when working with the wizard. Now, since we're switching over to the wizard in discussion, I will state it actually, funny enough, seemed to be the most tanky out of all the standard basis classes. due to the fact that it was never almost ever hit. Considering you were almost always in the air and you had such a high advantage with your shield, you would practically never hit. That being stated, I will continue the discussion in the next part of this. Alright, hey guys, sorry about that. So, continuing on about the storm. The thing about the electrical storm is that when it causes combos and attacks, basically, if you cause damage with certain types of elements, you can do a massive damage by combining certain attacks. That will cause you to get bonus damage, and that's what combos cause. And the storm is very well designed for that, considering it has access to all elemental types. Not every class has access to all elemental types, or any at all. Sometimes it just involves weaponry, sometimes it involves skills. Like, for example, as being a ranger, I have access to a decent variety of elements, not all of them. The wizard has access to every single type of element there is in the game so far. At least for what we got to test in the VIP demo that we got to touch. So I'm not 100% sure how it's going to pan out in the actual end product, but for what we've seen, this is what we got, and it was quite amazing for what we got to touch. Now, moving forward away from that, we are going to be continuing on the fact of that that the next test is going to be coming out, and I'm not sure how that is going to pan out. But for what we got to test for the Storm, the Ranger, the Colossus, and the Interceptor, it's all looking very promising. Now, if there's any other questions or anything you guys want to discuss about it, it's open house right now.
I will add something. I've been watching their Twitter all day, watching Anthem's Twitter, EA's Twitter, and they have been saying that by full release they will have all these issues that played the VIP demo. They will have those fixed by full release. And it's gonna be from my understanding, from what I've seen, they're saying it's gonna be better optimized. It's gonna be less buggy, and they had said on their Twitter, EA had said on their Twitter that the issues that they had came up unexpectedly. It wasn't a server issue. It was other issues that they had not encountered during testing, when they were testing the servers and stuff.
Which again is definitely an occurrence that can happen, but again, it's also EA. Never expect anything to go perfect with them. So, continuing back from there, basically in that aspect and sense, things are going to be getting a little rough around the edges, but it should turn out to be alright once we have the time and effort put back into the game, and surprisingly, I think it's going to do a lot better than I even hoped for it, but that all depends on how they're going to try to fix things up. So, look forward to that, and I hope to see you all there for the next demo. Anything else you want to put your input on for the time you had for the VIP? Is there anything you enjoyed, like questing, or how do you like the free roam? Like, give me some of your thoughts on it. I want this to be like an open discussion between everyone.
When I first went into it, I went straight into the free roam. I didn't even do the quests. I didn't do the quests until we had an open slot in the group. So I was in the free roam. I really liked how you're able to just pretty much do whatever you want in it. It's a lot like Monster Hunter World.
See, I said that before as well. So it's not just me thinking like that, the way they had the open free roam. I'm sorry, continue.
And I just really enjoyed the fact that I could just go around, explore, find out scenic views, like with the and how it gave information on the world around it. One of the viewpoints you can find, it literally tells the story of a last creature of its species being hunted and mortally wounded and becoming a very nice scenic view in the free roam.
See, that's even interesting information that I didn't get to hear about, which sounds awesome.
So all in all, it's an amazing game.
Yeah. Omega, anything else you want to put on your input for about free roam and the missions that you got to do? Like, what did you enjoy
The missions
most
I
about
got
it?
to do, they were fun. I will say that mouse and keyboard swimming is like is a pain.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
It's terrible, but from
once you get used to it.
Once you I was gonna say once you get used to it, it's it's from what I've seen lots of people I follow on Twitter who played it, like streamers and stuff. They have said that it's much more manageable when you've cranked your settings down to almost nothing, sensitivity and stuff like that. Because the minute you hit the water, your steering goes like, you almost do a full 360 as soon as you enter the water on mouse and keyboard when you start swimming in Anthem. But I'm sure with time and a little bit of sensitivity and some settings adjusted, I'm sure it won't be as bad.
Agreed. Definitely.
As I am determined to be able to function on that game on mouse and keyboard.
I've been playing on controller, so they've been having different experiences for this. Also, fun little note. Sorry. One thing I want to throw out as a fun little note that actually happened to my brother, who actually enjoyed us and joined us for Anthem. One of the things that occurred because of their bad coding, my brother's graphics card got fried because of the VIP demo. We now have to get a whole brand new one, and he just upgraded to the RTX 2070. You know, one of the best cards out ever right now.
I really appreciated how with the VIP demo, it allowed you to invite some friends into it, some that didn't even have the game. Like, I haven't pre-ordered the game. I was thinking of buying it, but it wasn't on my priority list. Now that I've actually gotten gameplay in it, it is now become one of my top priorities of games to buy.
Exactly. And that's thanks to, us being able to give you friend codes, which is what I enjoy when they allow you to do that in these kinds of games.
I also liked how the customizable of the javelins, different armor.
Hey guys! Alright, sorry about that. Anywho. So, for the final thing that was going to be going on for Anthem, other than the discussion of the Storm, the Interceptor, and the Colossus, and the demo that is going to be coming out, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on what we are going to be doing for the rest of the actual demo, and wanted to know what you guys were interested in for us trying. If you wanted to see more of the story, if you wanted me to go for more free play, I'd like to know in the comments down below what you guys are looking forward to in this public demo. That's right, it is going to be a public demo. That means it's not just for me and my friends. Everyone is able to get an access to. Heck, I'd love to actually hang out with some of my fans and actually enjoy playing Anthem with you guys. If you guys wanted to join in with me on that, that'd be great. Could be there for one of the sessions. It'd be wonderful.
About this.
So, depending on how things go, I'd like to see what you guys are thinking towards. So, let me know what you guys are interested in looking forward to, and what you want to see. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, besides for EA being EA, if there's anything that's, piquing your interests?
You covered pretty much everything.
Alright, hey guys. So, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all at Anthem, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Ice out.